Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anastasia, and in my videos I talk about investing and especially investing for beginners. This video is just a short update on my Etoro account and what's going on with my finance there, how I managed to lose all of my profits in just a couple of days. I already have several videos about Etoro on my channel. You can see these videos on my channel, or I will also attach the links to these videos in the description box below this video. You can find two videos about Etoro on my channel. One is about popular investors and people who I decided to copy trade, and the second video is about my profile with the general overview. And at the very beginning, when I just joined the platform, my balance was at a loss for some time, but for 99% of the time I was above zero and my profit was really good. And truly speaking, I didn't think that it will ever go below zero again, or I didn't expect it to go so soon. But unfortunately it did happen, and it's also partly my fault because I thought super adventurous and experienced, so I decided to start buying individual stocks and shares rather than copy people who know what they're doing better than I do. But nevertheless, I'm not too worried because I think soon it will recover and I will see the green number at the bottom of my screen rather than the red one.
Green is my favorite color now.
But anyway, let's start looking. I'll explain to you what happened in the last several days and why I'm not so worried, even though at the moment I'm losing money. So here we are. Let's start looking at my portfolio on Etoro. As I said, just 3-4 days ago I was above zero and my total profit was about $2,000. I also had more cash available. I had about $700, and as you can see today on Sunday I have minus 150, and yesterday or on Friday, I think it was on Friday when the markets were opened but they were all going down, at the lowest point that I noticed I was minus 700, so it's jumping a lot at the moment. So what has actually happened? As you can see on my portfolio, some positions are below zero and are in red, and some positions are green. The majority are in red, unfortunately. So let's start from the very top. J Nemesis, this is the guy who you are not allowed to copy anymore. You are not allowed to start copying him, but you can continue if you started before he reached a limit of copies. And as you can see, the some of the positions that he opened, actually the majority, are in red. But what's important for me is that he has already closed positions worth $1,787. You see this green number at the bottom. And then what happens with Etoro, whatever he closes and the profit he makes is automatically reinvested. So it actually works good because you don't have to think about it, you don't have to remember, or you don't have even to kind of decide what to do with this money. The money is automatically added to the total sum that you have invested with him. So then, because I didn't invest 11,500 with him, I invested maybe around 10,000 with him, and the rest of the money was reinvested by Jay at a later date. And at the moment, the money that he's invested, which already includes the money that he earned for me and reinvested, on all the positions that he's opened, he's minus $900, 923 at the moment. Is constantly changing. It's Sunday, so the market is closed, but because crypto is still traded, that's why you can see that the price is changing. So it depends how you look at the situation. From one side, he's already made me $1,700 at least, but because he reinvested his money, he's now losing $900. But if I started copying him now, right now, obviously I wouldn't have this $1,700 in profit with him. That's why I would be below zero much more than I currently am. Olivier Danvel, you can also see why I chose him in the video that I made about copy trading on Etoro. I'm still very happy that I started following him several months ago. Now I have 2,500 with him. I just recently added funds to his profile, and this is the guy with the lowest risk, and he's constantly in profit, but of course that doesn't mean that it will continue like that. The good thing about him is that every month he starts from zero, from scratch. He closes all the positions and starts and opens them again. He closed so far $10 worth, but at the moment he's also at a loss. He's losing $1.16, but because he's already closed $10 worth of positions, that's why I'm still also in profit with him of $9. Wesley is the last guy who I started copying. I started only several weeks ago, and it says at the moment that I'm losing $84 with him, which is only minus 3%, because I copy him with 2.5 grand. But if we actually look at his profile and go all the way down, we will see that within these several weeks, he's already made $21. I mean, he's already closed positions worth $21, and at the moment he's actually losing $100, which is 4%. But I'm still very satisfied with what he's doing and the results that he's managed to achieve within just several weeks. Because I like the popular investors who close their positions and don't just open them and hold for a long time. Jetpack Bond is the guy who loses quite a substantial sum, and if we go down we will see that I've started copying him in December on my birthday, that's why I remember this date so well. But we can see that since December he managed to close the positions worth only $11, and that's why at the moment he's losing $149. That's why the profit here, I mean, it's not even a profit, it's a loss. The loss is so big. So in comparison to Wesley, Jetpack has a different approach to investing. He doesn't open and close positions as often as the other guys that I've just shown you. He prefers to keep his positions for a longer period of time. I don't know why, that's his strategy and it worked for him so far. I'm happy that I copy him anyway. I think that's a good way to diversify my own portfolio. And let's also look at Baltic Seal, because that's the last guy who I copy. I started copying him in September, but I've been copying him with a very small amount of money of $200 for a very long time until I decided to increase my copy amount. The main thing about this guy is that I received dividends from him just a couple of days ago of $85. So these numbers that you see here are not 100% accurate, because you have to actually add $85 onto the profit. The actual profit with Baltic Seal would be much higher. And the rest of the positions are just my little experiments that I used to make when I just started, and now I'm a little bit more experienced. That's why I don't take that big risks. But let's look at Tesla. I bought one Tesla. That was my first share that I bought in November, and I bought it for nearly $500. That's why it's still in profit and 21% profit. But then I bought another one at 784 and the last one at 863, which I bought right before their financial report. And the financial report was not as good as some people predicted. So I'm losing 30% of the last one and 23% of the second share I bought. I'm not too worried about it, because I know that I'm investing in Tesla long term. I'm not going to sell it. I'm not going to trade it. I'm just going to keep it. My dilemma here is that on Friday, Tesla fell to about $520. I saw it at that price, but I still didn't buy it, and I'm kind of regretting it right now. I also bought Apple shares. I think you just can't go wrong with Apple, really. And the highest price that I bought Apple at was $135 per share. At the moment, it's $121. Again, I'm not so worried about Apple, because I don't think you can go wrong. And at the beginning, my strategy was to just buy one share a month or so, but then I changed it. And now the interesting one is GameStop. If you're into investing, you've probably heard about this stock recently a lot. That's why I'm not going to tell you about what this stock is about right now, but I think I bought it at basically the worst price possible. One of the shares I bought at $351. At some point it went to about $450, I think. So I mean, there are people who bought it at a more expensive price than me. The thing about GameStop is that for me it's not about investing, it's about a gamble. On Friday, just before the market closed, I bought Johnson & Johnson. The reason why I bought Johnson & Johnson is because it's another blue chip company. Anyway, I'm not gonna sell it and I'm just gonna keep it long term. Airbnb, I bought straight away after their IPO. Why I bought Airbnb is solely because I like the company and I think it has a good potential in the future. Everyone was saying that the timing of the IPO wasn't the best one because of the coronavirus and the travel industry struggling. Ascensus Surgical, or they used to be called Transenterix, I got a notification by Etoro saying that this stock has good potential and it was growing at the time. So I just invested $50, which is the minimum amount. I had some cash in my account, I didn't really know what to do and I didn't want to keep it as cash. I did it several months ago and at some point I was over 200% in profit. At the moment I'm only 94, and at the moment I'm still thinking whether I should sell the original $50 worth of shares that I've invested, and then I will not worry that I will ever lose that money because everything else will be profit. NIO is the company that I've been thinking of buying since it was worth about $20. And then I was waiting and waiting and waiting and was growing and growing. I was thinking it's gonna fall at some point and it never did. So I ended up buying one share at $63, sorry, and I promised to myself that whenever it falls below 60, I'm gonna buy another one. So I bought another one at $59, and at the moment it's worth $38. So actually, it was a very bad choice of mine, but you never know. Buying Nikola, I think, was a mistake of mine. Luckily, I didn't invest much money into it either, but it's minus 50%, and I really don't know if it will ever grow again to the price level which I bought it at. BlackBerry and Naked Company are both the companies that I bought the shares of on the same day when I bought my GameStop shares. And if you're into investing, I'm sure you've heard at least something about these companies and what's going on with them. That's why I'm not gonna devote any time to it during my video. But generally speaking, it's just a gamble. It has nothing to do with actual investing. Nanogenomics is the last company that I invested my money in with, and at the moment it's at a loss, but actually about a week ago it was over 100% in profit. I never sold it because I thought that it had a bigger potential, and I still believe in it. I actually read about this company before I bought these shares, but I've never heard about it before Etoro sent me a notification about this company. Every time I make a video, I worry that people will not like it, and I'm trying to make it as useful and as interesting as possible. That's why if you found it interesting, or if any information that I mentioned was useful for you, please click the like button and also subscribe for my channel. You can't imagine how much it motivates me to create more content for you. And for today, thank you very much for clicking on my video. Thank you very much for watching it to the end, and I hope to see you soon.